Okay, it's time for Rush. So what we heard now was Vapor Trails remixed. And if you look in the discography going from the first album towards the present days, this was original Vapor Trails. And why did they do a remix? And they did that because on the original one they did not have the phase of the instruments correct. I think it was the bass guitar that was out of phase from the drums and the vocals. And what does that mean? That means that when the sound is in phase, it means it's pushing against the eardrums. And when it's out of phase, it's sucking your eardrums out. And then the sound is unnatural, it loses impact, loses power. So when you listen to the original recording, depending on whether it was absolute polarity or flip polarity, you either heard great bass guitar and really thin vocals and thin drums, or you heard kick-ass drums, great vocals, and the bass guitar was just it was like cats meowing. So they fixed that by remastering it, so now everything is in phase. However, they still made a minor blip so that actually everything is out of phase. So if you have a system that shows everything with correct polarity, then the whole thing will be out of phase, which means losing impact. It will not have impact. Everything will sound as if it was a ghost music. However, in my system, in my amps, I have a phase switch. So here I can flip. This is the inverse polarity. I can flip it back to absolute polarity on the fly when the music is going. So what I will be doing now, we will continue playing Rush, and I will flip the phase on both amps, because I have two. So one driving left channel, the other driving right channel. So let's hear it now. So let's go back. So now everything sounds in correct polarity. Now let's flip it out of polarity. Okay, we flip it back into correct polarity. Okay, I don't know if it was audible on the recording or not. When I listen to it here, real live, where I'm sitting between the two speakers here, how I can describe the difference between in phase and out of phase is that when it's in phase, I can feel the impact of the drums. I can feel that the bass guitar has full body, and Geddy Lee's voice is human-like. And when I flipped it out of phase, then the drums became hollow. Bass guitar also lost its body, and Geddy Lee's voice turned into a whiny voice. So that's why they did a reissue, Vapor Trails remixed. And I mean, they not just reissued it, they remixed it, and they did a great job. So thank you everyone for doing. And of course we were listening to the CD. So I hope everyone likes this little bit of a Rush review and presentation, and I hope you heard on your system too what was the difference between flipping the phase from absolute correct polarity to incorrect polarity. And just a few words that although the everything plays together in vapor trails, but if your system is in absolute phase, this will sound out of phase. So to make it work, if you do not have a phase switch, then you will need to flip the speaker cables either on the amp side or on the speaker side. So flip the positive and the negative terminals on either the amp or the speakers, and then you will have impact. So when you listen to it, if it sounds great, don't do anything. If it sounds flimsy, then it means it's out of phase. Thank you for tuning in. Bye bye.